Hello everyone. My name is Art Russell. Welcome to my channel. If you're wondering about the title of this video, the 3 refers to 3 quotes or passages that I'm going to read. They relate to our true self and the nature of reality. So let's begin. The first quote comes from a book entitled Wake Up and Roar, Satsang with Papaji by Eli Jackson Bear. Now, Papaji was an awakened being, and Satsang means spiritual discourse or sacred gathering. Here's the quote. Everyone is sleeping. When you see otherness, when you see duality, it is called dreaming. Only in the dream do you see objects. When there is other, it is a dream. And prior to this dream, you must be sleeping. Sleeping is ignorance. When you wake up from this state, you wake up to awareness. Now, by ignorance, Papaji merely meant unawareness, that we're unaware that we're unaware. The next quote comes from a book entitled I Am That, Talks with Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. The Maharaj awakened to his true nature at the age of 37, and in the following years, seekers from all over the world came to hold satsang with him. Here's the quote. We do not wake up into a really waking state. In the waking state, the world emerges due to ignorance and takes one into a waking state dream. Both sleep and waking are misnomers. We are only dreaming. True waking and true sleeping, only the Jnani knows. We dream that we are awake. We dream that we are asleep. The 3 states are only varieties of the dream state. Treating everything as a dream liberates. As long as you give reality to dreams, you are their slave. By slave, the Maharaj would mean that if we take the person to be the foundation of our reality in a material world, we're going to apparently suffer that experience very greatly. The third quote comes from a book entitled The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. It's a very well-known book, and I'm sure that many of you may have read it. Here's the quote. What you are seeing and hearing right now is nothing but a dream. You are dreaming right now in this moment. You are dreaming with the brain awake. Now, we can listen to quotes such as the ones that I've just read, but you might be asking, how can we understand this? Everything seems so real, Art, and to be honest, we don't want to be delusional. The best way that I can explain this, when we do awaken to awareness, is through the use of the dream state analogy. When our mind falls asleep at night and we merge with a dream, everything within that dream, from the perspective of the character that we assume the role of within that dream, seems very real. If you're crossing a desert, the sand is hot, the sun is hot. You might be able to smell the scent of a camel, or if you were driving in a vehicle, there would be the scent of gasoline or diesel. If you're crossing an ocean, the waves feel wet. But when we waken in the morning or after the dream ends, we realize that the sand that felt so hot and the sun that felt so hot, the water that felt so wet, was all made of mind, which is consciousness in motion. So then, we assume, because we've been conditioned to believe it, that we wake up into a reality that exists, a material reality that exists, that it stands alone. We call this earth. But when you awaken to awareness, it's the same feeling that you know to be true when you waken from the dream state dream to the waking state, and then we can waken to awareness above the waking state. I explain more about this in another of my videos entitled "To the Point, I Am." I'm going to pin it in this video, so I hope that the content of that will be helpful to you. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to share, subscribe, and like. More information is available through my free articles at thinktwice.me, and also through my book entitled "This Taste of Flesh and Bones," available from Amazon. Thank you very much for listening. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye for now.